you're scrolling through your phone for what feels like the 100th time today. Thumbs working on autopilot, swiping through clips, stories, and headlines. But have you ever stopped to notice how, after all that consumption, your brain feels tired, blurry, and somehow emptier? What if I told you there's a single habit that can not only stop your mind from decaying, but actually make it sharper, brighter, and more alive than ever? This one habit could save your brain from total decay. And in today's episode of the Growth Mindset Project, I'm going to show you exactly how to educate your mindset for lifelong brain health. If you're passionate about becoming the best version of yourself, if you believe in the power of self-mastery and want to reclaim your mind from the clutches of digital distractions, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell right now. This channel is dedicated to tearing down the mental limits we've picked up along the way and building up a mindset designed for growth. Let's be honest, social media has become a force of nature, relentless, endless, and engineered to capture every ounce of our attention. It's no surprise that millions of us are starting to sense the consequences. We're reading less, we're journaling less, our creative spark feels dimmer. New ideas just don't leap to mind the way they used to. I get it, because I've been there. Like so many of you, I started noticing that my memory was shot. I used to come up with original ideas and dig into big, meaty books. But after too many days of mindlessly scrolling, it felt like my brain had turned against me. All those clever hacks and productivity tricks couldn't fix what I'd lost. I just wanted to feel like myself again, alert, creative, and genuinely engaged with the world. But here's the good news. You already possess the most powerful tool to reclaim your mind. The answer isn't another expensive app or a restrictive digital detox. The answer is to educate your mindset with self-directed learning. It's something you've probably done, at least in passing. Picked up a new hobby, explored a topic that fascinated you, tried to cook a challenging dish, or taught yourself the basics of a new language. This, my friends, is the ultimate brain workout. For the next few minutes, I'm going to give you a practical, science-based framework for how to educate your mindset in a way that strengthens your brain, even in a world engineered for distraction. And by the end, you'll have a 4-step method you can apply today that will save your brain from total decay. First, let's talk about brain rot. No, I'm not joking. Brain rot was actually chosen as the Oxford Dictionary's 2024 Word of the Year. It describes the supposed decline of our intellectual sharpness thanks to overconsumption of trivial, distracting content, mostly online. It's a jarring way to put it, but you know exactly what it feels like. Endless videos that entertain the eye but do nothing for the mind. Viral clips with all sizzle and no substance. Even when you're learning something, if you're only absorbing without applying, you're letting your brain atrophy. People are beginning to notice. Maybe you've even wondered, is this actually hurting me long-term? While the science is still catching up, because, let's face it, this is a very new problem, there are already studies hinting that delegating all our thinking to algorithms and AIs reduces neural activity and weakens the brain's networks. The famous Your Brain on ChatGPT study found that using AI tools for creative tasks actually led to less brain activation and fewer new neural connections, although more research is needed. But do we really need 20 more years of studies to confirm what we already feel in our own minds? You remember a time when you were more present, more capable, and you know deep down, the endless scroll isn't helping. The real problem isn't just what we're watching or reading. It's the loss of challenge. The brain is, at its core, a muscle, one that atrophies without meaningful resistance. Imagine trying to stay in top physical shape by watching workout videos all day but never actually moving your body. It doesn't work. The same logic applies to your mindset. To keep your cognition sharp, you have to actively educate your mind. Did you know that cognitive scientists call this building cognitive reserve? According to the cognitive reserve hypothesis, the health of your brain comes from the richness and interconnectedness of its neural networks. Each time you wrestle with a new idea, learn a new skill, or push yourself beyond the superficial, your brain forges new pathways. These connections protect you not just from mental stagnation, but even from age-related decline and diseases like dementia. So how do you educate your mindset and reap all the benefits? The answer is simple. You must become intentional about self-education. Don't wait for a boss, a teacher, or an algorithm to tell you what to learn. Take hold of your own mind and choose your direction. If you're resonating with what I'm saying and want to help more people rescue their brains from digital decay, take a moment to like this video and leave a comment down below. What skill would you most want to learn if nothing were holding you back? Or maybe there's a topic you've already taught yourself. Let me know. Now, here's my 4-step SCAR method for transforming your mind through self-education, crafted from years of personal trial, error, and discovery. SCAR stands for Select, Curate, Apply, Reflect. Step 1. Select. Pick one topic that you're truly interested in. Don't choose something out of obligation. Choose it because you genuinely want to explore it. This internal motivation is what fuels commitment and curiosity. Maybe it's a language, a musical instrument, a branch of science, or a creative craft. Notice what you stop scrolling for. If you're always watching cooking videos, why not deep dive into the science and art of cooking? The trick is to be honest with yourself. What genuinely sparks your excitement? Step 2. Curate. Now, gather your resources, but don't drown in information. Follow the rule of 3. One foundational book or course, one expert, like a YouTube channel, a professor or a practitioner whose voice resonates, and one community, an online forum, group, or study buddy circle. For example, in learning Latin, your foundation could be a classic textbook, your expert a dedicated language learner on YouTube, and your community a subreddit or Discord group. Step 3. Apply. This is where the magic happens. Passive learning only gets you so far. Active engagement is what rewires the brain. Use the Feynman technique. Try to teach your new knowledge in plain, everyday language. If you can explain it simply, you truly understand it. If you can't, good. That's an opportunity to dig deeper. If your subject is hands-on, ask, what am I doing and why? Don't just make the recipe. Understand why those ingredients interact. Don't just practice the scales. Know how music theory informs your playing. Step 4. Reflect. Once you've applied what you're learning, take some time, weekly or at your own rhythm, to assess your progress. What made sense? What felt confusing, slippery, or vague? What connections did you make to other things you know? Note it down. This isn't just about knowledge. It's about awareness of how you learn, so you can refine your process and educate your mindset more effectively. Still with me? If you haven't yet, now is the perfect moment to support the channel. Like, subscribe, and leave your thoughts in the comments. This helps us bring growth mindset content to more people who need it. Let's also address 2 common hurdles that stop most self-learners in their tracks. The first is what I call the beginner blues. You're excited at first, but as you realize how much you don't know, it's tempting to quit. Remind yourself, the most powerful learning happens when you endure those awkward, frustrating early phases. I spent months making misshapen scarves before I could knit my own clothes, but each misstep grew my neural muscles. Ask yourself, do I love this enough to keep going through the rough patches? The second pitfall is shiny object syndrome. Jumping from topic to topic, dabbling in a dozen things, but never reaching meaningful depth in any of them. It's natural to crave novelty, but instead of leaping between entirely different subjects, try adding variety within one topic. If you're learning a language, alternate between reading, listening, speaking, and writing, all within that field. This keeps your brain challenged and engaged, but ensures you build truly deep knowledge and connections. At the root of everything, to educate your mindset is to reclaim ownership of your intellectual life. You become a participant in the world, not just a passive observer. None of this requires fancy degrees or expensive tutors, just a commitment to yourself and a willingness to challenge your brain every day. If you've made it to the end of this video, You're already showing that rare curiosity and drive that sets lifelong learners apart. So, why stop now? Check out the next video on the Growth Mindset Project for another crash course in building your best self. And don't forget to hit that subscription bell so you never miss an episode. Your brain's best days are ahead. See you in the next one.